definitely, which is not good. But the pass through of the fairy tale might tell you where they are. But she says that, not really knowing where to begin that process.
Mm-hmm.
She is pitching the idea, but doesn't have the ability to execute on it. And Caspian regales you guys with both legends of the same individual, same creature, just different. As you guys are running through the traps, Tao does show up. He just walks in. He walks in normally. He's not like Batman who breaks through windows and stuff.
Shame.
Good, you're here.
Hope I didn't miss much.
Well, nothing
I
can
know.
get you up on.
I know what happened, Arnie.
Give us all
Naughty.
one. How did you fare?
I feel vexed, and I don't like the feeling. But not all is lost. He fishes around this person, and also takes off one of his gauntlets, glove gauntlet, that's the same difference, and sets it on the table. He lays out a very large black feather. On his gauntlet, you guys see the lingerings, the staining of blood that is darker than it ought to be. And he also lays out what looks to be a sturdy, tray of rope.
Alright. What all are we looking at? What's this?
Gesture towards the rope.
A piece of the net. Troll. Whatever. Just be like, okay. just like you return accurate. That's fine.
It just looks like normal rope now.
Yeah, it doesn't have any acoustic or occultish defense about it.
What have you learned from these so far?
Before I do any sort of Taoisms, why don't you guys get the chance at determining what we're looking at, huh?
Sure.
He does disclose that it's the blood of Deathwing, one of Deathwing's feathers, and then this rope, a part of the net. Trowel, whatever, as was just mentioned. You guys tell me which one your character would hone in on, and then I'll tell you what the according results, or the according roll that needs to be made.
Mm-hmm.
So you got blood, feather, rope. It's the name of my death metal band in high school.
I'm leaning towards feather, maybe rope.
Hey.
Twinsies.
I'll go for rope if no one else
Be
goes
my
with rope,
assistant
so we
again.
can get at
Badger
least
will
one.
do
Oh my
rope.
God.
You'll do rope. Okay.
Be mine. Right.
In that case, feather.
Also, which one of us is the alchemist here?
Oh shit.
What does Caradoc want to Inspectamundo?
I will put my head together with Badger. I'll utilize the detect magic cast necessary.
It's not necessary. It's not. Yeah,
It's a Monday.
it's not anything anymore. Yep.
We got 2 for the rope, 2 for the blood, 2 for the feather.
Okay. Then those of you rolling for blood, you may roll. Wait, Hero's K is an actual tool. Roll me your medicine.
Ooh, okay.
Sure.
To those of you rolling for the feather, you may roll me your Arcana. To those of
Okay.
you rolling for the rope, you may roll me your nature.
No! I should have went with the rope!
I was gonna ask
I
if we
could have had
could
3d4.
help each other with our rolls instead of doing our own rolls.
Nope. You guys got your own. But you guys have 4 NPCs to call in for rerolls. Make that 5.
Can I call in for? Actually, I'm not gonna bother.
A fucking 3.
Bother?
Ace can definitely
No.
help with this, right?
No.
Mm,
Can he? It's nature.
he's not trained in it, so I would say no.
All right.
Is it a
I think-
reroll or advantage?
It's a reroll.
Goodness, my
Okay.
internet's shitting itself for some reason.
Yeah, I think Dahlia's got us both covered. Almost like
Can I-
horror blood.
Fog rolled really good. I also want to
tried.
know things. Can I take one of the rerolls?
Sure.
Yeah, we got 5 of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You or me, Badger?
What's your
We have the
nature?
same mods.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're both. You know what?
Okay.
Doesn't do anything.
Better. Better than better than the 8 you had before.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 2 rerolls. Anyone else?
No, 12's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christy said no to hers.
I mean, with a 23, I'm like, nah.
You got
we
to
should
play-
use a higher one, right?
Yeah, it's not like each of you guys individually. It's you guys attempting multiple facets. So
Yeah.
we're just taking the highest one.
Yeah, so in that case,
Mm,
hey, I'm just gonna use another reroll. I hope you guys don't mind. I'll get an at 20. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that works. Womp womp.
Hey, I can use another one, right?
Yeah, I got 4 and 5 still.
Go on.
Go
no,
on.
no one's gonna use these.
I'll
I
use
got
one
it
as well,
and
because
it's
like
not advantage. It's you re-roll and you get the new roll, isn't it?
You take
No.
a better one still, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll reroll then if I forgot a ton. I might as well.
like you have no penalty for rolling something worse. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, you just get
Okay.
whatever's good.
Yeah, it's like us using inspiration.
Shit.
Oh, there we go.
See? Way better.
Then yes, I'll take one.
26.
You have a plus 11. So, oh, okay, never mind.
And that's the last
I'll
one.
take my 23 and 7.
So the highest for the Arcana, let's see, let's go blood first. The highest for the blood crew is a 30.
Mhm.
The highest for the feather crew is a 27.
Mm-hmm.
Then the highest for the trawl crew is
21, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karadox 13.
yeah,
plus
there it is. Yeah, 21. Okay.
I would have been proficient and also added another D4. No.
Well, hard time's a bitch, isn't it? So, 27, 30, 21. Just write that out for my own reference. I probably should put blood, feather. Yeah, whatever, fine. It's not
I have
right
it written
order.
down.
So, starting at the bloods. At the blood.
Mhm.
BFCs. There you go. Big fucking troll. Let's see. Starting at the blood crew. Deathwing's blood is not human. Nor is it avian. It is some weird amalgamation, twisted thing in between. For whatever that's worth. That does imply, though, that he is singular in his existence. So, hypothetically, if you were to do locate object, locate creature, whatever facet you want to use, he's probably going to be the only thing that pings that regard. He is considered a monstrosity. Categorically speaking, he's considered a monstrosity.
Yep.
I don't think that's present here. What else? But to Dahlia's questioning, his blood is slightly alchemical in the same, but just because it is innately magical. Whether or not it is usable is a different foray into the fold itself. That's a different question. But he is innately magical.
Good to know.
In that vein, you guys do know you would need some sort of magical armament to hurt him. And also the clause of not being Eulonian. The clause 1 and clause 2. So, Tal's shit is 100% magical. Arnie's mystery gun is... It shot fucking like a laser beam. Of course it's magical. So, you guys would know that. Which is a hard ass, considering how rare magic weapons are in the setting. But I digress.
Yeah, but we have like the top dogs in Eulonia that we can say like, hey, do you have like magic stuff I can use for a fight?
A lot of it's house restricted and order restricted, so it's we'll get there when we get there. Is there any questions you blood people have? Which is a funny thing for me to say.
Where the group's at.
Better not be here, I tell you that.
What was you then, Blood?
It's a twist in between avian and human.
Yeah.
He's in some
I'm
sort
sorry.
of,
Trackable.
he's some sort of abhuman, to use 40k terms, like an ogre.
Can I think about it?
Sure. I'll do the circuit and
Thanks.
come back to people. To the feather crew. His feather is disproportionate. His feather is disproportionately light. Don't get me wrong, all bird feathers are light, but given how huge he is, there should be some logical curve on how effective it is as a flight wing. Well, this isn't a flight wing, but capable of being, like, flying. This is magically well, maybe not enchant is the wrong word, but it is innately magic to the point where he is just outright lighter. That being said, it does look like it has the ability to change. You're not sure necessarily to what end, though. Is able to morph. That's not the right word. Adapt, evolve, whatever. React to outside stimuli. So the one that Tao managed to adapt is in its flight setting. What else? That's a nano machine, so yeah, definitely has nano machines. Actually, he's air
You're right.
resistant.
Drama.
I play college ball, You definitely which university did you go to? Cambridge.
Do the feathers themselves seem like they could almost be like a serrated edge or like a blade because of it? Like can they effectively become a weapon in and of themselves?
That is a very likely potentiality.
I'm guessing just as much as they could become a lightweight weapon, they could potentially become a heavyweight defensive option?
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. It's an interesting thought you got there.
Like a bird.
They heard him.
Like a bird burrowing against the cold.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to ask is, what are the things we figure it can't do to kind of figure what it can do? Adaptability.
You guys have no way of actually getting it to do anything. As of right now, it's just in its flight setting. So you guys don't know the length of it because you guys aren't Deathwing. You guys can't tell it to do other stuff.
Degree? I'll dare get the fuck. No.
If you guys give it to, if Grover was around, he would probably be able to tell you exactly what he could do because he would just assimilate it into his fucking demimorph.
I'd be like, well, that shit's weird.
He'll eat it and be like, oh, I now have this ability, bitch. But he's not Grover. And Tao is not like Grover.
I'll just stick it into my hair and.
Oh yeah. And immediately DC 15 was the same trauma. No, I am that which I fear. Something Batman.
Oh.
I am become Deathwing.
Is there any
questions
when you put it up to the sunlight?
It's the sun doesn't pass through it because it's a pretty enclosed or a pretty tight weave feather. It does look like it absorbs a bit of light though. Not Vanta Black, not to that degree, but halfway there. Because Vanta Black is looks like someone fucking photoshopped something out of existence, darkness. So it's not that bad.
Right.
Oh, and does it just look like a really big crow's feather, or is this an entirely new kind of feather?
It looks like a really big crow's feather.
Gotcha.
Aside from its other worldly properties, but yeah.
Technically proportionally proper.
Yeah, as if someone cast enlarge on a crow and yanked a feather off it. Enlarge 15 times on a crow and then yanked a feather off of that. I'll make the circuit back to you guys if you guys have any questions, so feel free to stew on it. Going over to now the troll crew. So you guys got a 21. The material is not something either of you are familiar with, but albeit you guys aren't trawlers or fishers. Yeah. That being said, who was it that got the 21? It was Caradoc, right? Yeah, it was Caradoc.
Yeah.
Caradoc, how to put this? Certain fibrous materials well, I should say certain, all fibrous materials, like all plant life and matter, are in heavy dependency upon the region they are based at. For example, sugarcane and bamboo might look similar but have drastically different properties in a botanical manner, even if the common layman just sees, I see a tall green rod looking thing, it's probably bamboo or sugarcane, whatever, right? That is not the case. To a more trained and keen mind, there are intricacies to it. And from those intricacies, you can derive where they're from. Right? For example, a cactus, if I were to rip out the guts of a cactus and rip out the guts of like a fucking, I don't know, what's similar to a cactus, like a fucking cucumber or something, you could probably tell which region they're from because the cactus would hold, albeit a cucumber's a lot of water, the cactus holds it in a certain viscous, sappy sort of way, whereas the cucumber is a fucking cucumber. I don't like water cucumbers personally. In that vein, you're able to determine, how to say this, the climate that the fiber of this trawl is from.
It's Eulonian.
It's yeah, me.
Actually,
come over here for
Would be in the latitude.
Fucking executives look at California. It's California. Meanwhile, we have a video showing like 16 different climate zones that we have. Anyways, no, it is. I can tell you this. It is from Northern Eulonia.
Oh yeah, Nor Elu.
It's how to put this, a bit more arid as you go more and more north, a bit drier. Obviously, when you're by a river, that's not the same, but you know what I mean. Because you would recall that the Order of Snapdragons, whose hometown I'm forgetting. Allow me to check my notes.
You don't even check.
Paxrelia. Paxrelia is in like a grassland, like a dry, like Midwestern. I say that as if you're from the U.S., but nonetheless, like a dry grassland, right? It's the only mound for miles out, right? So it's a super defensible structure because it's the only significant thing in the geography. So like all this zone is drier than down here, which is much more, Central France style, like lush and gorgeous and green, etc., etc. This material is from the northern sector of Eulonia. So that would
information.
That would implicate the trawler either has a base or has been in recently the North. El North.
The troll in the north.
The troll in the damn, Game of Thrones really out here playing whatever, huh?
Troll in the river in the north.
There's a troll in the dungeon. There's just a big net. Harry Potter and them walk into the net, and that's the end of the situation. That's it. It's just a prank by
That's
Malfoy.
the end of the situation.
Yeah, it's the end of the situation. It's just a prank by Malfoy.
I've caught you, Potter.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, he probably would say that. I caught you in the girls' bathroom, Potter, but you're in it too.
Suck my dick, Draco!
Fuck you,
Fucking knobhead!
Joke's on you, Potter. I'm trans. I can be here now.
Bad.
Just wait till father hears about this.
Are there any questions you or Cop would have in relation to Elnet?
Troll.
Troll. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me. Thank you for keeping me on the record. If not, I'm gonna make the circuit so you guys can chew out of it.
The only immediate thing that pops into my head is if it's designed for river or lake / ocean use.
Ooh, that's a very good question. It is designed for river usage. And I would say it is. We'll roll with that question. It is meant for smaller fish, so it's not even a big river. It's meant for like a more thin, narrow river where smaller fish would thrive.
It's a very fine net.
A very fine net. Yes, exactly.
Share with class.
Class you've been shared with. And so
On multiple occasions.
and Cop will also share the class that Rosie's got going later, I'm just saying.
Yes, I will share that, yes. Thank you for reminding me to go check on that in a minute.
Yeah, got you. I got you. All right, so I'm gonna make the circuit back to the blood crew. Any questions? Stewin. Stewed.
Would you mind bullet pointing what we found out so far?
I will not because I don't want to.
Okay.
You guys taking your notes? I got my notes. They're right here.
I am.
Ye-
First one, and now I'm forgetting it. That's okay.
Do you want to stay look and type your
Is it
word
dried
down
blood?
if you want?
I
It is
assume
dry
yes.
blood. It is.
Is there enough that Dahlia could flake some off and do some tests
Yeah.
with it?
Yes.
She does so. Oh, but I'll need more time to test some things. Because if he doesn't have any toxins, because that explicitly was taken from her.
Caspian can give you some of his.
Sure. She just wants to know if any of the gear that we have, like how it reacts to different things, if at all. Right? Does it act like normal blood when it's rehydrated? Does it act like normal blood? Is it blood color?
It is darker than normal blood coloration, even when
Right.
rehydrated. It flows like relatively normal blood, if a bit faster, like as if it's a bit more fluid.
Anemic?
Not anemic, no.
Okay.
It just has a different water concentration, if that makes sense. Which is what makes it being dark makes it doubly weird, because darker would imply it. Yeah, a more higher hemoglobin concentration.
Less viscous.
It does not react to Caspian's toxins,
Mhm.
but it does react to Tal's.
Dahlia would immediately go into what the differences are.
One made by
Eulonian
Eulonian.
or not.
Exactly.
Ah, makes sense. Are they otherwise very comparable toxins?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. Have a Eulonian apply.
It's where Tal has like a specific like subsect of toxins, whereas Caspian like opens up like a cascade of a rainbow of toxins.
Have a Eulonian apply some of Tal's toxins to the blood to see what happens.
Yeah. That's the next test.
Oh,
Using
doesn't
Tal's
work.
the
toxin can Caspian
applicator.
damage it.
Mhm.
Well, which Eulonian do you get to do it?
Caspian, because if his toxins aren't working.
It doesn't work.
It's fucking weird. Eulonian interacts with thing at all. Neutralized.
Correct.
Interesting.
Good to confirm.
Aspen, can you bend this feather?
Even if I want Eulonian, I still wouldn't be able to.
I knew it. I knew it.
Weak as a kitten.
Because 1.5 planks.
And his 2 planks.
I lost part of the plank.
That's tragic.
My voice is snatchable.
Oh my god.
Vital takes a step away from him and be like, I didn't need to know that.
I don't judge you for
raps.
judging him now. That makes sense.
Vidal wraps his hands around his waist. He's right.
Chucks him like a spear. Sorry, chucks him like a fucking halberd.
Oh my god.
I'm as thick as a halberd.
The blood doesn't react if... I feel like this is a stupid test.
You have a good amount.
She's gonna ask for some Aroma's hair.
Okay, that guy.
That's a weird one.
That's that. You said stupid. This is
Or-
weird.
she's gonna get some hair and see if the blood reacts at all to anything.
Alia's got plenty of hair. Just saying.
Yeah, that would be stupid. Why would she put her own hair in when she has an assistant right there? That was the stupid part of it. Is if Dahlia thinks that the blood, for whatever reason, like maybe because of magic reasons, it can track it, whatever, she doesn't know. Why would she put herself at risk? So anyway.
You put Roma's hair into the blood and.
Oh,
like,
no,
blood...
she does not. No, she does not.
Okay, there you go.
No,
So there you go.
Jin. I need
Why
some
am I being
hair.
volunteered?
No, that's-
By the way, Dahlia wouldn't say this. Dahlia would just look at Roma and say, "Can I have some of your hair?"
Roma would look. Actually, would she even? Wait a minute. Would she?
Does Roma have hair?
No. So she just looks at her, looks at the blood. No.
Alright, well, I'm gonna need something to put in here.
She just gestures to the rest of the group. There's your cream of the crop.
The one fed the
What a
duty.
great idea. Would you mind grabbing some while I do this? She's scraping off more blood. Anyway, does anyone give hair over? If not, then
Yes.
no.
Who's there?
Folks.
Yeah, I assumed.
Yes, Falk volunteers. Badger's hair.
Actually, no, I'm a rogue. I'm gonna do some rogue
That's
shit.
what I thought was coming.
Can I sleight of hand pluck one from Jen's head without him noticing?
You should
Yeah,
take
over
it from Roma.
Romy stealth.
I didn't expect this to take this long. I just
Right.
wanted to know if it would.
Well, when the creature you're fighting against is like racially based, I need to know racially who you're.
No, that's
Yes.
yeah, that's fair. And given that,
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jen.
you know what it
Billy
is?
would also ask Caspian for some of his hair.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'll give you a chance. Roll me your perception. I think you have a decent enough perception that you might be able to tie it up with all the mods and plus D4s and shit.
Well,
Maybe I don't know. You're on 8. There's a chance. Jen?
assume you're talking about
What?
Garth.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to
You wanna
her
try
about
and
the.
see him cutting your hair.
There was literally no chance I can even get that.
Plus 2D4 and everything.
Plus, I mean, I guess
If
maybe.
you beat it, can Roma help and give Falk?
Sorry, it was which one?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. For some reason, I heard deception the first time. Okay, maybe.
You are
It was close, actually.
yeah, very close.
Yeah.
That's 24 versus 23. You're literally one off.
Oh
Wasn't
my
the
god.
First one? Oh shit.
No.
No, you got the stealth.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're different roles.
So, one off. You literally, if you rolled literally a D4 better, right? Anyways, so strand gets pulled, and Caspian does provide over his hair, his
Beautiful.
gentle white locks.
Shall soon be stained red with the blood of the enemy.
Yeah, they both get stained red.
But no reactions.
Nope.
Good to know.
Blood be blooded. Young blood. Old blood.
Oh, and it
Praise
was
Zelda.
on. The blood was on gauntlets, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tao's clawed weapon format.
Right. That might not be the
Quicksilver
best
ones.
example. It didn't seem to erode it at all, did it?
Mm-mm.
Putting it
Nope.
on like a dagger or something, no erosion.
Nope. It is not acidic alien blood.
Cool.
It probably would
Listen, I
dissolve
doesn't know what the
hair.
hell this thing is.
It probably would dissolve the hair if it were acidic.
Maybe, but I don't know. My thought was maybe it's reactive to metal specifically.
Nope.
I don't think
So-
I have any other questions.
Rolling the circuit over to the feathered crew then. Any questions pop up as you're stewing?
Yeah, I ask Caspian to hold his hand out. I would like to lay the feather onto his palm. See if it shifts at all in response to Elodian's touch.
Ooh. No, it does not.
Then
Not-
I would ask.
Not at his as you just laying it across his
Yes.
palm. No, it does not.
Then I ask him to slowly crush it in his hand.
That is when it responds. Although Caspian is probably the worst person to crush something, but nonetheless,
Honestly, the least amount of touch he applies, the
his intent
better.
at crushing it causes it to stiffen as if it were metal.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a sheet of metal is probably the best way to describe it, like a thin sheet of metal. So it's still technically bendable, but it's a lot harder than crushing a feather would be.
So it's literally hardening in response to trauma. It is
Yes.
nanomachines.
Does it do like
So-
when you flex it?
No, it doesn't.
So it doesn't even need like a conscientious thought process to like, oh, I should harden my wings or anything. It just naturally can.
this one feather you guys have, yes.
Yeah.
When it's on Deathwing himself, who knows?
Interesting. So even when severed from its body, it still knows to fight Eulonians.
Its natural inclination.
Folkloric, if anything.
My thoughts exactly. Well, it's a folklore that we need to kill it. If it can be killed. If it bleeds, it can die. Aubrey slowly takes a step away from Tal. She's like, Vital? This guy's crazy.
Looks to
Vital's
Vital,
like, yeah,
like,
I
equally
know,
crazy.
Vital's
I
like,
know what you're saying, gesturing towards Caspian. Is that who he took a step away from earlier?
no, he didn't actually do it. That's a sexual waste meme bit.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
Is there a way to use a folkloric-esque weakness against it?
Now you're thinking like a Black Watch.
In this instance, it feels like it could actually be useful. We can do something with the information, though.
Oh.